Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob. Welcome back to Media Awareness. Before I continue, a reminder the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair/scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote. Despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter should malfunction, as it has in the past, I will yet again be a fish out of the water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video in the description below, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this video, you will find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser. It's easy to contribute. It takes a few seconds, and any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and you can even contribute anonymously. The purpose of the fundraiser is to both assist me with the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, as well as to help me save for the purchase of a new scooter. I arrived at these conclusions following a malfunction that disabled the battery charging mechanism and it needed replacement. And for roughly 2 weeks, I needed to be pushed around my own home by family and friends, which severely limited my independence. However, it was that long overdue wake up call that I need a backup plan, and the backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, and my existing scooter completely refurbished, waiting in the wings to be used at a moment's notice if necessary, when necessary. Additionally, my wheelchair van is inoperative whatsoever. It has been deemed as unrepairable, and therefore I'm saving for a new wheelchair van as well. So any and all help is welcome. And I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to Media Awareness, my channel, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Additionally, if you do subscribe, please be sure to click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, much like this one. So this is going to be a first reaction video to the Super Bowl halftime show featuring Bad Bunny. And uh, I am not a sports fan whatsoever. I did not watch the game. Um, I don't really have any interest in sports. I never have. Um, except for cricket. I have an affinity for cricket, but that's not a U.S. sport. So I'm sure that many comments are going to come in from others in the U.S. being slamming me for that one, but that's fine. I really don't care. Uh, I yeah, we had the sea monkeys versus the water buffalo or something like that, and I'm fairly certain the sea monkeys won. But I am here to bring you this first reaction to Bad Bunny at the halftime show. And with all my reaction videos, you'll find this link below. I do this because the musicians, the bands who create this music for us, the fans do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work. So always click on those links. In this case, the link is for whichever site was kind enough to upload this for anyone to watch in its entirety. I know Apple Music is involved with this, um, uh, and of course the NFL themselves as well. So, without further ado, here we go with the first reaction to Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl halftime show for 2026, and I'll be back following this with my assessment. So there you have the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show featuring Bad Bunny. Let's talk about this performance. Um, where do I start? Uh, Bad Bunny puts on a good show. I will say that much. And um, this was really a tremendous um, uh, show that was um, presented to obviously millions of people. And it did not let down in terms of spectacle. Bad Bunny himself and his performance was consistent throughout his performance. As far as his performance, though, as a whole, the sort of vocal rapping um, of the words being spoken, not necessarily sang, didn't really give me a feel for his voice in terms of vocal quality. Um, so I can't really say whether or not he is a good singer or not. It's up for debate in that area. I did not appreciate and this is for people that are very familiar with popular music of today, the canned loop um, drum beat that is pretty much um, prevalent on a lot of songs today throughout the initial segment. And we have a slow version of it that comes in after Lady Gaga's segment as well, um, or around that time, I should say. And Lady Gaga's segment, I feel as though that was Lady Gaga's uh, endeavor to uh, save um, her uh, save her reputation after being associated with the Joker 2 film and singing throughout that film. Um, and she did a great job. She really was charismatic, as was Bad Bunny. Um, but her voice, she actually sang, and we get to hear her singing. Bad Bunny, on the other hand, spoke with some little intonations here and there, but he didn't really sing. Um, so there's that, and a lot of canned loop, for lack of better words. For those of you who are unaware of what that means, uh, drum beats that are um, repetitiously repeated and programmed to do so via drum machines and or computers, um, depending on what you have at your disposal. This is a trend with a lot of contemporary um, acts from all over the world. They are these repetitious drum beats that are essentially designed for dance purposes, not really for any artistic value or creativity for that matter, because there is no versatility to a loop. The only versatility to a loop is something that you would interject into a loop, and that was something I did not discern from this performance at all. The dancers were great, cute, great, really um, uh, well done choreography, um, and it had to be the way the camera was moving, and the camera continuously moving was it got to me at the end. I was a bit nauseous from the camera constantly moving and not even stopping. I will truly say that I felt a little bit queasy there toward the end with the camera not stopping its continuous motion, and it was that one camera shot, that one camera angle specifically. Yes, we did switch. Um, I think twice or three times in terms of cameras, but for the most part, it was that one camera shot, and I mean, it was entertaining. It was entertaining, and Bad Bunny is a great entertainer. I will say that. Um, as is Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Uh, and Bad Bunny's team of dancers and associated people there were all great as well. Uh, some of the music that sounds as though it was live. I'm not sure if it actually was or not. In particular, the horn sections. Sometimes they sounded live, sometimes they sounded pre recorded. It could have been a combination of both, which is what I'm venturing to guess at this point, given what I just witnessed. Um, but I don't know how I feel about this particular performance in terms of a halftime show. I typically don't watch halftime shows, and uh, I don't watch them mainly because they typically are about the spectacle more so anymore than the actual um, art form of the music itself. And I didn't really get a feel for Bad Bunny's artistic integrity from this performance at all, really. Uh, yes, he's a good rapper. I will say that. Um, but like I said, singing, I really didn't get a feel for his intonality. Um, and uh, it it could have been better. It could have been worse. Um, but there you have my first reaction to the 2026 halftime show featuring Bad Bunny, brought to you by Apple TV, as they announced twice or three times throughout that entire performance. Um, just to plug themselves a little more. Apple Music, rather, not Apple TV. Uh, it's all the same Apple. you bite in, you eat it, and you like it. This is Rob with Media Awareness, and I hope that you all got something out of this reaction. I wasn't trying to necessarily tear it apart, but I was trying to deconstruct the elements because there was a lot going on sonically. But there were certain parts that were obviously pre-recorded, certain parts that were not, and they stood out to me. Um, but I'm used to looking for things like that, and um, tend to be able to tell what's live, what's not. Uh, but it was a spectacle, and it was definitely an over-the-top performance. And if nothing else, this will definitely sell a lot of tickets to Bad Bunny's shows, um, wherever they may be, because he is quite the performer. Lady Gaga as well. Um, she really did a great job, and hats off to all of the uh, dancers for the amazing choreography that was done. That was spectacular. That was probably the most impressive part about this entire performance was the choreography, in my humble opinion. I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.